Hi folks, hope you're okay today. It's good to see you. I want to just share with you about child abuse. There's been a lot of child abuse been done the last 100 years by our states, by the British state, by European Parliament, by many universities, colleges and schools throughout Europe and in the UK. And also a lot of child abuse by the American government, by state departments and state colleges and universities. And it's state-run child abuse on a massive scale, and it's been going on for at least 100 years. And nobody has said anything about it, nobody has done anything about it. And it's one of the biggest, horrendous child abuses that has been going on for a long time and has not been exposed. That state child abuse is the states sponsoring Evilution. Evilution is state sponsored child abuse. It's as simple as that. If a child is made in the image of God and they are put on this earth by God the Creator, to be told that they were just actually came on in this world and started by a little bit of slime, and that their aunties and uncles are orangutans and apes and gorillas, that is child abuse. Okay? That's child abuse. You are robbing children of their identity. You are robbing children of purpose. And that means when young people grow up, when they become teenagers, they'll be sexually promiscuous, they'll end up being violent, they'll end up not knowing their identity and committing suicide. And so teenage suicide is on the rise, teenage sexual promiscuousness is on the rise, and teenage sense of delusionment and no purpose is on the rise. And it's been on the rise in our modern era for a long time. And the tsunami of the catastrophe upon our young people that's been happening for many years is down to state-sponsored child abuse through Evilution. Evilution is not a science. Evilution is a political whipping ball by the humanist intellectual elite. Even the great Habermas, the great German philosopher, who is one of the great minds of today, has said that secular humanism wants to control religion, and even if religion brought intellectual arguments to the table, the secular humanists are not going to listen. They purposely want to keep religion out of the public sphere. And so they use, and Habermas has noted this, they use their idea of science and evolution as a whipping ball to keep religion out of public sphere. And whole generations of young people have lost their identity, lost their purpose, and even committed suicide, all down to the irresponsibility of universities and colleges propping up an ideology that has no evidence or factual basis whatsoever. And the moral catastrophe that it's brought upon the West has been incalculable. State-sponsored child abuse must stop, and every school and college and university and every academic who teaches evolution should be sacked, because you're promoting child abuse. Give the children and young people their identity back. They are not products of slime. They were made in the image of God. Their aunties and uncles are not apes and orangutans and gorillas. They are human beings defined as in essentialism. Oh, have you forgot that word? Essentialism? You know, there's a normal Aristotelian category but we modern people have just messed it up. We need to get back to essentialism. We need to get back to proper definitions, proper intellectual inquiry, proper logical pincer, theological and scientific integration and study. That's what we need to do. It's the disgrace that our governments are involved in propping up this state-sponsored child abuse of evolution. Here's my proof that this is not science. No academic in the academic world of any repute can make a statement against evolution. If they do, they will lose their career. They will be disfellowshipped from the university. They will be hounded and hunted, and this has happened a number of times by prominent academics who have spoken out against evolution. There is a conspiracy abroad in the academic world against evolution. Against creationism. There's this massive conspiracy out there, and it's not based on science. It's based on a political agenda by the secular elites who want to control the morality of ordinary people and give us a morality that they want us to have, and they use evolution to keep Christianity out of the public sphere. And that is child abuse, because you're denying children the opportunity to learn about Jesus, to learn about the Bible, to learn about God, and you're promoting child abuse, and it's a disgrace. So every academic, you need to turn around and think about what you're doing. You're being extremely irresponsible. I'll ask you a question. If you're an academic today, right, and you're in evolution, right, I'm going to ask you a question. If you can't answer this question, you need to take seriously what I'm saying. Right, are you ready? Off the top of your head, give me 10 facts that prove evolution. Right now, 10 facts that prove evolution. You can't give them me. That tells you something. That tells you that this evolution is a joke, it's dangerous, it's abusive, it's destructive to Western society and Western values, and it must be annihilated out of our education system, and we must get the Bible into the colleges, universities, and teach young people about Christianity before we have the moral collapse in the West that is coming. That's what we need to do. So stop sponsoring state child abuse with evolution. Okay? Thank you for listening.